So good morning, all of you. In our last class, we were discussing about the string buffer class. So along with that, we discussed its some of the APIs which can be used in processing the strings. So we discussed the string buffer constructors. So string buffer is a peer class of string, whereas string is a fixed length immutable character sequence, whereas string buffer represents the growable and writable sequence of characters. So which can we can alter the character sequence in a string buffer, and string buffer will automatically make the memory provisions for a string to grow. So the different constructors are there, four different constructors. The one with without parameter, and the one with size we can allocate, and we can pass a string. When we pass a string, additional 16 bytes of space is also allocated in that. And the last one, where we can pass the character sequence or a character array. So the API which we discussed was length and capacity. So length indicates the length of the character string, that is the length of a string, whereas capacity is the allocated memory, or in terms we can say the capacity for the complete buffer, string buffer. So that is through capacity. Then ensure capacity method that will ensure that minimum length of string that should be there in the string buffer. So if the length specified is less than the string length, then the characters will be clipped off. Then we discuss the set length method. So set length method will fix the length of the buffer. Then in order to extract a character at a specified index, so we can use char at method. So along with that, in order to set a character at a particular location, set caret can also be used. So get chars method is used to copy the substring from a given string and place it in any array. Then we discussed we will discuss the remaining methods that are there in the string buffer, that is append, insert, reverse, delete, replace, substring. Okay, so those we will discuss. Before that, we shall execute these methods and see what output we will obtain. So here is a Java editor where we will execute and check the output. So first, let us declare few string buffer objects. Okay. So let us declare a string buffer. So string buffer SB is equal to new string buffer. For this, we shall pass the string. So we shall just print this string buffer. So we'll just get to know whether we are getting the output or not. Okay. Print ln. Okay, we got the output, that is CSE. Now on this particular string buffer, let us print the length and capacity. So in order to print its a length, so we will have the string like this. Length is, we will concatenate. So SB dot length. So we can store the length in any integer and then print it. So or we can directly include it in a print statement like this. So SB dot print. So as you can see, we got the output length is 3. Okay. So for the same, let us print the capacity. So instead of length, we shall print the capacity. So you can see the length is 3 and yeah, this is capacity. So capacity is 19. So capacity is 19. You can see CSE, length is 3 and capacity is 19. Okay. So here we are getting the output in the same line. So it is just because it is a online editor, that online compiler that is being used. So there will be that difference in the output. Okay. So capacity is 19. So 19 we obtained because the string length is 3 and the 16 additional capacity that gets added. So it is 3 plus 16. So ending up with 19. Then there is one more method, that is set length. So set length method is used to specify the length of the string. So when we increase the size of the string, so the null characters gets added at the end. So we shall look into it. You can remove it. So we can change the string. So the string is this. Now for this particular SB, we can call set length. For this set length method, we have to pass the, for this set length method, we have to pass the integer value that indicates the size. So its size has to be specified. So let us give it as 5. So now the length is set to 5. After this setting the length, let us again print the string value. So if you observe on the other side over here, the Shumaga, we got a complete string and then we got SHIMO. So only 5 characters are available in the output. So because in the string we have 7 characters, whereas in the set length method we have set its length to 5. So since only 5 characters are possible in the string buffer, the remaining 2 are removed. Those characters are lost. Now the same, if we increase it to 15, then let us see what is the output. So you can observe here it prints the string and then it is appending the null characters. So you can see the dots over there. So when you run the same program on different compilers, you may not get the output similar to this one. Okay, so from compiler to compiler, there may be changes the way they handle the null characters. So you may not even notice it also. So that is the working of set length method. Now let us see how to extract a character. So instead of this, so let us give a USN. So for this, so let us try to extract the year of admission. Okay, so in order to extract the year of admission, so we need to extract that character 18. So for that, we can use the char@at method. So let us declare a character variable C1 and we shall call it on SB. So SB is our string buffer variable. So char@. So index position we need to specify. So the index position of 1 is 3. So indexing start with 0. So and then so we shall print it. So we shall print C1. So it has printed 1. So we need one more character. So one more character means, so we need the character that is at index position 4. So let us change the index position. Variable also will change. And now we will print. So let us append a string. Here is C1 plus C2. So C1 plus C2 will append those characters to this particular string. So here you can observe, here is 18. So similar to this, so we can extract so other informations also from this one. But the disadvantage of using this char@at method is we can able to extract only one particular character at a time. So we have other API to extract multiple characters at the same time. Okay, so we shall see that. Before that, we shall see set char. So we have a method set char@. So that will set the characters at a particular index. Now, this year of admission we want to change. So we want to change it to 20. So let us say we want it to be 20. So what we can do is, so we can simply call SB dot set char@at method. So this will set the character at a particular index. So that index we need to specify. So the first index, let us specify it as 3, and the character we have to specify it as 2. Okay, so instead of 18, we are making it 20. So we shall change the other character also at index position 4 to 0. And so let us change the method. New USN is, so we'll print the string buffer SB. So now you can observe, so the new USN is, in place of 18 we have 20. So we have modified the specific characters in that particular string. So this is using setChar@. method. So if we want to change the branch from CS to something else, so we can do it. So the index locations will be 5 and 6. So instead of CS, so we can make it as other, easy. So you can observe it as changed. So from CS to EC. So this is the working of setChar@. method. So now let us see how we can extract multiple characters at a same time. So just like how we extracted the year using two function calls, so how we can do it using the single function call. So for that particular purpose, so the syntax is sb.getChars, sb.getChars. So for this particular API, we need to specify the starting index, ending index. So starting index, let us give it as 3. So ending index should always be 1 minus than the index we want. So in our previous example, in order to extract the year, we gave the index as 3 and 4. So now we can give it as 5. So if you give 5, so it will extract 3 and 4. If you give 4, then it will extract only character 3. So starting index we specify, ending index we specify. Now additional two things has to be specified over here. That is where we must place the extracted character. So extracted character we must place in a character array. So we can declare a character array, and that character array can be passed. So we shall put it in a try-catch block. So this getChars method. So we have changed it to string. So instead of string builder or string buffer. So we are extracting the index 3 till index 5 minus 1, that is 4. The extracted characters will be placed in CH. Okay. CH is the character array. So you can see over here. So its size is 20. And we are storing from the location 0. So when we execute this, so you can observe the output 18 followed by the null characters. So that is because the length is 20. So we can avoid this also by declaring a smaller size array. So that is, we got it as 18. So this is a built-in method. So there are many other ways to extract the characters. So yeah, compiler to compiler, the support changes. So here it is a 3 to 5. Instead of 0, we can specify other index also. So for that purpose, so we may require to initialize this particular character array. So we shall initialize with few characters. So like this. Okay. So and we also change the index, starting index position. So we shall see. So what output we will get. So we shall declare it as a array, then yeah, A, B, C, D, E. So if you observe here, the characters 3 and 5 are extracted from the string, our string, so which is 18. Then that is placed at an index position 2. So you can observe in place of C and D, now we have 18. So this is one way we can modify a character array also. So these are the few methods so that we have in string buffer. We have one more that is append method. So we shall see that also. So append method just works like the string concatenation plus operator. So we shall print the strings, then so whatever we want we can append to that particular string. So using the append method. So whatever string we can append, so we can add it over there. So after appending, we have to print it. So you can see it has been appended to the string. So this is about the append method. So the Java hides most of this concatenation operation from the programmer. So because for a programmer it should look very simple, okay, but internally all the things Java will do using the string buffer as well as string builder classes. So on one append, we can call multiple append methods like this. So for the same, we can call CSE. So we can remove the space if we don't want. On this CSE again, we can append dot append like this. So if you observe, so everything is concatenated. So this is about the string APIs, so and string buffer APIs. So very a simple one to understand as well as to write the program. Okay, so the majority of the questions in this module will be regarding the explanation of APIs. So the first thing will be on the various constructors of strings, then various constructors of string buffer, then followed by the APIs, their usage. Okay, so whenever any API is asked in the exam or test, so you have to write the syntax, then example and output. So these things are mandatory. So writing output is also very important along with the example. So try these uh, methods to execute so all of the features. Okay, so in our next class we shall study the remaining methods of string buffers. So that is insert, reverse, delete, replace, substring. Okay, so and we will wind up this particular module in our next class. So you can enter your attendance in the chat window.